Okay, are we rolling? Yeah, the numbers are spinning, so we're rolling again. This is Big Al Nolram again, the bombastic and bodacious mouth of the South, and curmudgeon at large, from Beauregard, Alabama. Here to chit-chat with you again. If some of you caught part one out there, a requiem and eulogy ode to a father outlaw, well, this is part two. This is the honors for a fallen comrade in the military services. And so now, as I said on the other one, if you look at this close, you'll see more than one horse's derriere out there. There's a couple that you can see, and then one talking that you can't see. I've been told I talk out of my derriere sometimes, but I'm just an old fart from Beauregard, Alabama, so don't worry about it none. But on the first one, I was telling you about what I'd have said at his funeral if I'd have been able to, and I know I'm gonna screw this one up too. But anyway, this is one what I would have done at the graveside, at the interment part of the service. And so I'm gonna have to try to grab my notes here without messing this up too much. There we go. I got it back there again. So I'm gonna mess this up. I know I am. But there's a little tribute. Now my father outlaw here. He was a retired National Guard, Air Force National Guard person, and of course I was told that he didn't take much stock in his military career. But I guarantee you he probably did. Those folks didn't know what it meant to be in the United States military, and the camaraderie that you have and the lessons that you learn stick with you for a lifetime. And his life was, I'm absolutely sure, it was absolutely changed by what he learned in the military services. So I got a little tribute. Now he was in the Air Force, so I'm going to save them to last. Other than, I'm going to mention a little something about the Coast Guard. Everybody forgets about the Coast Guard being part of the military services. But I'm going to mention a little something about them at the end. I'm going to save them for the position of honor at the very end. But before that, I'm going to get to him. So first, let's go for that. Now you got to understand, when I do this, you can't see it. If you want to see me, look at some of my other YouTube videos out there. You can't see me in this one. I got his picture in there on him. But I'll be looking off into the blue yonder for the Air Force. I got me a little salty dog in my hand for the Navy. I'm gonna have Semper Fi on my lips for the Marine Corps, and I'm wearing a pair of my old mom's old Army boots on, and so I think I'm ready to go here. Okay, this is we're gonna start with the Navy because there's anchors away. They're kind of like you're taking off somewhere. And then I got the Marine Corps second because when you're number two, you try harder, and those Marines, they always try harder. And then, of course, we're going to get to the Army. They like to keep things rolling along, so we're going to try to keep it rolling along. And then, of course, the Air Force off into the blue yonder and beyond, that's where my father outlaw hopefully is today. Yeah, hopefully he's not in that other place, but we'll see how it goes. It could go either way with him. You never can tell. But anyway, and now I know I'm gonna screw this up, but let me do my best as I can. Now you folks in the military understand in this day of the death of 1,000 budget cuts, that you do the best you can with what you've been given, and that's what I do, and so I hope you forgive me if this isn't quite the honors that you have. See, I was a pallbearer at the funeral. I had volunteered a little early, and I hadn't heard nothing back, and as they was calling the pallbearers out at the service, my wife said, my dear sweet lovely wife said, "Get your butt on there, you one of them." And I said, well, really, I didn't know that. Now, in the military, you usually have 6 people to carry a coffin, 6 pallbearers, but these young strapping folks, and I'm just a little broke down, retired U.S. Air Force, and so we needed 8 of them to carry them. I heard once there was this fella, Ben Hogan, that's they said his legs wasn't strong enough to carry his heart around. Well, this fella, my father outlaw, he must have had a big heart too, because it took 8 of us to carry Ray his ornery carcass that used to carry it around. Oh, but anyway, I hope that cough don't flare up on me. Anyway. Let's hear. We start out with the Navy. Go Navy. They're keeping us free on the deep blue sea. Here we go. Anchors away, my boys and girls, anchors away. Farewell to college joys and thrills. We sail at break of day. Through our last night on shore, drink to the foam. I used to blow it off myself. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to bear claim the title of United States Marines. Semper Fi, do or die. Where others paved the way, the Marines helped save the day. Now let's get on with the Army here. The Army of one nation under God. Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail as the Army goes rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, count a marching right about as the Army goes rolling along. Then it's hi, hi, he in the field artillery. Count out your numbers loud and strong, 2, 3, for where you go, you will always know that your army goes rolling along. Keep 'em rolling, that our army goes rolling along. And the Air Force fly high above and beyond it all. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Adam, boys and girls, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting a flame down under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame or we go down in flame, 'cause nothing can stop the USAF force. I hope you enjoyed that just a tiny bit. As I said, I was a pallbearer. Now you notice that little flag sitting to one of them there horses derrieres. Well, that's the best I could do for a color guard. and I said my little anthem. Now, I would like to give you a 21-gun salute. Now, some of you that know him will understand this. Now none of you are going to know this. I would have liked to give him a 21-finger flap salute. But I tried to do it several times and I just couldn't come up with it. But some of you know about him flapping his fingers and that either, depending on whether the ear tips are red or not, you understand whether he's happy or pretty peeved, shall we say. Pretty peeved. I think there's another word for it that starts with P, P-O, no, that's power overload. Never mind. But anyway, he gets, he gets that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to render as best I can now, folks. Remember, limited budget here. I gotta swing this thing just a little bit so I can get this other thing up here. Okay, now it's a little more steady. Okay, here we go. Now this may mean something to some of you, and it may not. We'll see. Now, I don't have a flag to present, but if I had, I would have told the family there, this flag is presented to you by a grateful nation in honor of the faithful and devoted service of your loved one. Now understand that they're not understanding the military mindset and how much the military means to folks, even though it doesn't appear to mean something in their lives. I know you ladies and gentlemen, now not men and women, there's a big difference between a woman and a lady and a man and a gentleman. And you ladies and gentlemen of the armed forces and the military, now I'm not sure if you Coast Guard folks are armed or not, but you are definitely part of the military forces that protect this nation. And you haven't always been treated with the respect you should have. I know some of those Vietnam folks, they was called baby killers, and I'm here to tell you that we killed a lot more babies in World War II than them Vietnam folks ever thought of, because I know some of you, you're under the misconception that those bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that they just took out military targets and military insurgents. They didn't take out no men, women, children, babies, horses, cats, dogs, pigs, crops, businesses, homes, nursing homes, hospitals, orphanages. You know, they didn't take out none of them. They only hit military targets. Of course, it did end the war, the last war that we ever won. You see, it doesn't count when you go into Desert Storm and you stop on the 1 yard line and declare victory, and the other side says, no, you didn't, no, you didn't. We're going to show you. We're going to pick up that ball and we're going to take it to the other end, you know. Their goal is world domination. Our goal was world peace, but, 6 one half another the other. Oh, I'm getting on in time here. I'm getting rambling away, and we don't need to do that here. I've got some other YouTube videos out there if you want to take a look at them. Some of you Christian folks, I'd recommend rebranding Christmas, and some of you political folks, you might want to check out some of those on the New Independence Party. And then of course, some of you folks out there, you like information technology, you might check on the one about securing a wireless router or building you a password. You know, those things may help make this, because you see, my father outlaw, even though we differed greatly in what we said, even though we differed greatly, his heart was still in the correct place. He always wanted to improve the quality of folks' lives and make this country a better place to live. Now, we had different ideas about how to go about it, how to do it, but still, I think it was kind of like those folks like me and my wife, you know, my dear sweet lovely wife. She's one of those glass half empty kind of folks that says, oh, my glass gonna tip over, spill out, gonna lose everything. And I'm one of those glass half full folks that's going, it's filling up, oh my God, it's overflowing. You know, my cup overfloweth, all that kind of crap. Well, anyway, I've been told I'm full of crap, and so's my YouTube videos and my book and my websites and all that. If you go out to my websites, gonipper.com, gonipper.org, you can hear all about my YouTube videos, my book, and all that kind of crap. Oh, pardon me, folks. My little laryngitis getting to me a little bit. They're out there, and of course, this is probably unacceptable to some folks. They think I'm using this in a crass way, you know, trying to use this dedication to get my other stuff, sell my book. But then again, you see, I gave my father outlaw a copy of a manuscript of my book, and I wrote on it, "This is your daughter's future." And I imagine that's probably what killed him, that right there. Because he didn't believe in what I was trying to do, and you probably don't either. But anyway, do the best you can in life, and we'll talk to you on the flip side. I'm gonna end this like I do all my other little YouTube videos that there ain't none of you looking at. Bye for now. Y'all take care of yourselves out there. Don't be doing too much fussing and feuding. Be kind to each other, and above it all, God bless America. Thank you. Bye.